Holy shit. God, I love this thing. Yeah, 2020 sucked. Nothing good came from it. I can't call my favorite beer by its name anymore because some stupid virus took over the whole planet.
To the coronavirus outbreak.
A gender reveal party must burn down the entirety of the United States.
500 California wildfires.
And I still don't have a girlfriend. There are riots everywhere, not because of the girlfriend thing, but they should be. But there was one good thing to come out of 2020, and it's this. The 2020 Dodge Charger ScatPack. And this is what the ScatPack does best. Now, this baby is packing a 6.4, just like me. This 6.4 liter, 392 cubic inch Hemi V8 engine produces 485 horsepower and 475 foot-pounds of torque. The same as the new C8 Corvette, in fact. And when hooked up to that ZF 8-speed automatic transmission, which is actually the only transmission that you can get in the ScatPack, it launches this thing to 60 miles an hour in just about 4 seconds. Just 0.2 seconds slower than the Hellcat Challenger Red Eye, and just 0.3 seconds slower than the Lexus LFA. Oh yeah, and one other little small note. This thing costs just under 35 grand. 35 grand for a 485 horsepower V8 powered 4-door sedan with a back seat that has room for my 6'5" lanky frame, and then room in the back and a giant trunk for more items. 35 grand. It is the perfect sedan that you can drop the kids off at school with and then use all 485 horses to get back home to your wife for a little alone time. Now, what is a ScatPack? Basically, it started as a marketing campaign crafted for Dodge's 1968 model lineup, which consisted of the Charger RT, the Coronet RT, Dart GTS, and later the Coronet Bay Super B. Entry to the ScatPack required a car do a sub 14-second quarter mile. So this one, with its just over 12-second quarter mile, is absolutely deserving of its name. Now, ScatPack is allegedly a spin-off of Frank Sinatra's close, tight-knit group of friends, commonly referred to as the Rat Pack. And scat is a verb defined as to go away quickly or to move fast. Now, scat also does have another definition. I'm sure some of you know what it is, and that's the fecal matter that you leave behind in your undies after you drive one of these things. Or in the front of your undies from that sound. Now we all know the Hell Kitties get all the headlines because it's got
707 horsepower.
But looky here, the one you want to drive is this one. The Hellcat may have more horsepower, but the only thing it's going to give you more of is poo-poo in your diaper. I can tell you that. And more of your body parts scattered along the road after you realize you can't control that amount of horsepower. Hello, you beautiful jogger, you. Not my car. I have 3 at home. Now, on the track, if the pilot of the Hellcat can actually get his car to hook up, then it'll probably be quicker than this. It will be quicker than this. But when you're on the street, which is where most of you are probably going to be 99.9% of the time, you're probably gonna outrun most Hellcats as their owners struggle to put the power down to the pavement. Now, as for the interior of the ScatPack, well, who cares? These seats are wide enough for your usual girthier American. That's what we'll go with, girthier.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
Now, a very notable thing in here is the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. I tried to measure it myself. I came up a bit short, but the Uconnect system from Chrysler is without a doubt the best in class. This thing is awesome.
Carrot from Tinder said, hey there, big boy.
It's very reactive. You have all your climate controls in here, as well as good old-fashioned analog dials down below. But the coolest... Don't beep at me. Without a doubt, the coolest thing in this Uconnect system is the performance pages. Now, I talked about this in further depth in my Challenger TA review that I did about a year ago, but the performance pages in the SRT dashboard are so cool. You have so much information in here. I don't even know where to start. You have a whole page of drag information, like your reaction time, your 60-foot time, your 8th mile speed, your 8th mile time. You have gauges where you can really read off on the big screen anything you could want to know about your car, more than any of you are going to want to know, basically. You have a G meter in here that reads off in real time how fast you're going around corners, your peak Gs. You have all sorts of engine information, but my personal favorite is the in-car dyno, which shows you in real time, live, how much power your engine is making. That's so cool. Now, this is all selectable. You can have the screen up with different gauges. You can have the dyno up where you have your current gear, your G-force meter, and oil pressure, for example. That's all that's on the screen now. Really is an awesome feature of the ScatPack. And the rest of the interior, well, that doesn't even matter, because when you put your foot down in this thing, the only thing you're going to be worried about is where the nearest toilet is, as opposed to what fancy material the dashboard's made of. That was the weirdest hybrid of an Australian and British accent. I'm so sorry I exposed you guys to that. I cannot believe how good this thing sounds for having a factory exhaust. This thing is bone stock power-wise, it's bone stock suspension-wise, and the exhaust system is also bone stock. And just listen to that. Oh, gosh damn, this thing sounds good. Now, one of the things that most people don't realize when they see one of these things is just how good they handle and how quickly they stop. Yes, we all know that the Challengers and the Chargers have this persona of being a boat. Yeah, let's throw the anchor down. Ho, 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 it's a vessel. You can't say any of that until you've actually driven one of these things. I've been in a Challenger TA, and now this is my first time in a ScatPack Charger, and man, do these things handle, and they stop. I mean, the brake pedal's honestly sensitive. Watch this. Yeah, oops. That's thanks to the 4-piston Brembo calipers up front and 2-piston Brembos in the rear. And they do a fantastic job of bringing this thing to a screeching halt very quickly. It doesn't feel heavy. The car feels big from an interior view perspective. It looks large. It looks like you're in a giant car, but those brakes are unbelievable. Now, the RT ScatPack does have upgraded suspension over the SXT and cheaper V6 models, bigger control arms, bigger sway bars, but the cherry on top and the real performer here is thanks to the Bilstein high-performance shocks. They are amazing, and you would not believe how much it helps control the body roll in this big machine. Now, those Brembo brakes and that heavy-duty high-performance tuned suspension, it makes it not feel that heavy, even though in reality this thing weighs as much as a small town, around 4,300 pounds. Jeez. Holy shit. Holy crap. God, I love this thing. Now my friend Dave owns this car, and you've seen him in a few previous videos.
American muscle.
And I also did a review on his Nissan 350Z last year, actually around this time. I'll include a link for it. And he was very angry because I compared his car to McDonald's because it's a great value and everyone loves it. The Nissan 350Z, McDonald's, tell me I'm wrong here. But he was very upset that I compared the Nissan to McDonald's. So I will not compare this, even though it's a great value and everyone likes these things, to McDonald's. Instead, I'll use Burger King. I think that's a compliment. I love Burger King and McDonald's. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next one. Happy motoring.